You. Remember those game shows you watched and wanted to be a part of when you were younger? Where have they gone? Well, there's a new show in town. Then join Kaylee and Michael in Detention, where they will be helping this week's students from the Habit Factory Theater School. They will be causing havoc for their mean teachers and try to escape from being locked in detention. With lots of silliness and mess, it will surely remind you of the shows of your childhood. This isn't just any old student project. This is Detention. Join Kaylee and Michael for 35 minutes of mischief at the following times. You won't want to miss it.
So this studio literally is just full of people. So now we have
let me perch on the end. There we go. There's a little bit more
Bradley,
space.
Production manager
There we go.
Daria,
That's for you.
and the presenter Michael. Hello, welcome everyone.
Welcome.
It's just suddenly got very full in here.
Thank you. One clap there, by the way.
Can you guys tell us what the show is all about? We have a rough idea, but tell us in your words, what is it all about?
So Detention is a children's game show. We had a live audience of 120 people. 60 of them were kids, which was an absolute nightmare, but it was amazing at the same time. It was really, really special for us.
Bradley.
I was going to say,
it was great fun.
They always say not to work with kids or animals.
Or Bradley.
Or Bradley, yeah.
I am an animal. But no, it was a really amazing project. It was one of the biggest ones this year, I think. It's in this very space where we are now, which was really special. And just being here today and sitting in a different environment is sort of like, we wish it's Detention again.
Oh,
really do.
Oh, you're just mad about Detention. So how did the idea come about for it then? Who kind of put all the creative juices together to make it?
So Detention, it started off that we literally just looked at children's game shows when we were younger.
Right.
We know so it's nothing like it today. So we just looked at other game shows, took their ideas, held a few focus groups with our class, which were absolutely amazing, and we just come up with the idea, and it just developed. And we started off with no kids, then we had kids, then we had them as a live audience, and we had them as taking part. So it just exploded, and
I
it was
just love
absolutely
how
amazing.
how passionate Bradley is. I can feel the passion.
Let's find out. What do each of you do? What do you do for a day job? You're a presenter, aren't you?
I kind of knock around.
Knock around.
Yeah,
everywhere. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Presenting is something that I enjoy, and this was a wonderful project to work on.
It is, yeah.
It's something that I'd love to do. Children's TV is fantastic, and there's nothing really like it around at the moment. So
There isn't, and Ravensbourne do give great opportunities for up-and-coming presenters to come through. Jodie and I were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I'm available. Numbers available.
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook.
Trying to take a job, that's enough of that. And Daria, tell me what, because we've worked together before as well, what were you doing in this particular?
Oh, so I was the production manager for this.
Wow.
So I was doing all the boring stuff, I could say. So I was risk assessments, event management and all that kind of stuff. So it was everything that I love, as you know.
I know,
That's kind of what I kind of did, yeah.
Daria is one of the most professional people I've ever worked with. Can I just say she's so organised, honestly amazing.
Thank you, Jodie.
And what were kind of some of the challenges that you had, bringing kids into the studio and all of that?
I think the main challenge was Ravensbourne never had children coming in at all as a big group. So I think no one was really prepared for what it was going to be.
Right.
And I think that was one of the main challenges. And also, of course, making this space into a studio because it's not really meant to be a studio. So from a technical point of view,
Plus you had to keep me under control with Kaylee.
That was a bit tough, to be honest. Really, really tough. But there we
sorry
go.
about that.
Now, there were some pies being thrown around, weren't there?
That was not in the risk assessment,
No,
so
it
let's
wasn't.
not speak about that too much.
We did get told, do not do that under any circumstances, but the audience demanded, did they not, on the day?
They did.
Yeah,
It was the director, Tom, who obviously none of them could see, but was obviously talking to me
Yeah.
and Kaylee in our ear. And he came down and we sat him down, and it just went mental from there, didn't
And
it,
how
really?
about your journeys home?
Yeah, absolutely stank of cream. Poor Kaylee, the other presenter, had to go to Coventry. So, she stank on the train to Coventry.
Well,
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, guys. Let's hear it for the cast
See you
and
later. Thank
producers.
you so much.
It sounds fantastic. It even looks even better as well. And I really genuinely mean this. I'm blown away by the amount of gear and people and professionalism of everybody involved in this show. It's been incredible. I've worked on fully funded, full spec, real live, professional broadcast shows that aren't anything like this.